Hi, this is Business Digest, and it's that time again where we bring you the latest stories on Rwandan business, market trends, and many more. But first, the headlines. Nyungwe Forest House relaunches after undergoing months of renovation processes. The Rwanda Development Board holds its 5th edition of the Business Excellence Awards. Mecca's Robotics Academy collaborates with BK Tech House in implementing Robotics Academy to the youth of Rwanda. And on the market trends, we're going to have a look into the monthly statistics of formal external trade in goods. The relaunch of Nyungwe Forest House in partnership of One and Only is taking place after undergoing several renovation processes for about 9 months. The Nyungwe House carried out these renovations with an aim to advance this business enterprise and reach to a one and only standard. These renovations include a wide opening up of the whole resort area in order to create a more welcoming atmosphere. The interior is composed of contemporary art decor, furniture with some more art design. The hotel also offers 22 rooms, 7 villas for guests wishing for extra space and for those who require a longer stay, a fitness center, an infinity pool, and also a chef's garden. It also offers activities such as spear throwing, a conservation walk, nature boot camp, bird watch, and a canopy walk. Ever since the one and only Nyungwe Forest House was shut down in February 2016, a whole new renovation process began in July 2016. And so far, this place has a whole lot more to offer to the country, such as community sustainability, provision of employment, and developing the entire tourism department within the country.
Well, I mean, it's an amazing standard that's being set here in Africa and in Rwanda. But I think most important that people realize is that there's a lot more to Rwanda than the gorillas. And this property here, I mean, I've had the unique opportunity, as I mentioned, of working across Africa for the last 10 years. This place is absolutely magical. You guys have got a taste of what can be on offer here. But with the long list of other activities we have, plus with the national park and the community, it's absolutely stunning. In Rwanda, you've got a great established ground handling system already. In the backcountry or safari lodge, nature resort lodges of Africa, you've got great agencies across the world that understand travel and the products of Rwanda. So it's not just solely on us, it's a community involvement. So yeah, it's a mix and match. That's the main renovations for the main building. We've redone the insides of all the rooms. The pool has been completely relined and heated, so it adds to that feature, which is always nice to have a heated pool in this elevation. And then we've done renovations at the back. We are still in renovation, so there's still more projects coming. For instance, just off the frontier, there's a nice big beautiful deck that's going to be coming so that we can be able to do stargazing in the evenings and sit beside a nice big bonfire. We've got an intimate deck that will be in the plantation, so you'll get the little intimacy of feeling like you're dining submerged in the tea plantation. And there's a beautiful yoga deck with an infinity view in the valley over here coming, so adding to the wellness of being out here in nature.
The RDB Business Excellence 2017 Award ceremony was held by Rwanda Development Board at the Kigali Convention Center to acknowledge advancements made by local companies in promoting business sustainability in Rwanda. During these awards, the companies that contested for the nominee categories did not only include corporate companies, but also small, medium enterprises in order to encourage growth in Rwandan business. The awards included various nominee categories such as Woman Entrepreneur of the Year, Made in Rwanda category, Young Entrepreneur of the Year, Investor of the Year, Exporter of the Year, and Innovator of the Year.
You're watching Business Digest, and we're here at Kigali Convention Center where the 5th edition of RDB Business Excellence Awards is being held. Local businesses, young entrepreneurs that have proven excellence in terms of performance, excellence in innovation and creativity get to be awarded.
According to feedback from the business community, from the awardees, this has been an excellent event. The process involved a self-nomination process using an online platform, applying for the Business Excellence Awards of 2017 across different categories. We had 10 categories, ranging from the Investor of the Year Awards to the Exporter of the Year, right to the Young Entrepreneur of the Year, as well as the Innovator or Enterprise of the Year. Of course, including Made in Rwanda Enterprise of the Year. For the business community, this is a time when RDB celebrates their achievements. This time, we've been celebrating 2017 achievements. As a matter of fact, we have doubled investments registered in the country over the last decade. As of 2007, we had about $800 million worth of investments registered. In 2017, we had $1.675 billion worth of investments registered, and mostly these are Rwandans plus foreign investments. It is a time to celebrate those achievements, but it's also a time to reflect on what we can do better to accelerate the pace of growth of the country's economy, to accelerate the ownership of the development by the private sector, to actually drive more growth, more investments, more jobs, and more innovations among the business community. So this is the time when we celebrate, when we appreciate the efforts of the private sector in growing the country, but when we also look at the journey ahead.
Here we are at Lisedo Kigali, where the Takehouse Company, a subsidiary of Bank of Kigali, is collaborating with Makers Robotics Academy in promoting technology in agriculture, and also setting up this camp of robotics where students under the age of 18, between the age of 14 and 17, are being trained into setting up robotics.
In our third feature of Brands and Businesses, we get to look into the technology, education and agriculture field, all combined together at the Rwanda Robotics Camp 2018. This was held at Lisedo Kigali by Tech House from Bank of Kigali with an aim to contribute to the theme, Shaping the Workforce in the Future to Strive in a Digital World. In partnership with Makers Robotics Academy, 40 local students were enrolled in this program. 18 of them were girls, 22 were boys, to undergo robotics trainings with 3 additional students from MIT that are experts in this field. The expected outcome is that the trained students will leave the robotics camp equipped with new skills such as teamwork, critical thinking, problem solving, coding, robotic development, and presentation.
So Makers Academy is an organization that's dedicated to capacity development. The original idea was, or the original motivation was to build an institution that would enable Africans to create solutions to African problems within the African context. I think there's a sense of national pride, and there's unity. I think when people see these kids learning this, it's almost like it's their own kids, and they're like, oh, give them more, teach them more, let's invest as much as possible in these kids so our country can be better. And I think that's quite unique. Not every country in Africa has achieved that, but I think in Rwanda it's quite remarkable that everyone from the bottom all the way down to from the bottom to the top is invested in making sure that the country is as good as possible and everyone has the best opportunities. So.
Okay, firstly, what made me to come within this camp is that before I joined my option or my combination is that I was kind of interested in technology environment. So I thought like in my future I could expect myself in being an engineer. So when I saw this camp, I saw like it's kind of an opportunity where I can expand my experience within the environment of technology, because when they just mean of robotics, also it's included in part of technology. One of the things they made us just think of is that they challenged us, like asking what are the main problems within the agriculture. So for us, we were thinking more about what are the main things of agriculture, as I said. So after we identified those problems, we were starting to see how we can solve them with these parts of robots. So what I think it's going to be helping the country is that it will be making the work efficiently and in a short period of time.
The grand finale of these trainings were carried out on the 20th of January at Petit Stade Kigali, where the students got to showcase the skills they have acquired, demonstrate the works of the robots they have created that are also designed to solve a specific agriculture challenge such as irrigation, tilling, planting and sorting harvest.
This initiative themed Shaping the Workforce of the Future to Strive in a Digital World is an initiative by the BK Group and executed by BK Tech House in partnership with Makers Robotics Academy. What we wanted to accomplish here was to bring the smart students in the science section in Rwanda to show them that they can. We live in a world that is more and more dominated by technology, and we know for us as a country to have the Rwanda we want in the next 50 years, we need to start by the youth.
Now, the small and medium enterprises have proven a lot of advancements in the Rwandan business. Join me in this segment of Biz Insider as we discover more on this.
And it's time for Biz Insider. Our one-on-one talk guests today are one of the awarded business owners in the RDB Business Excellence Awards event under the category of Made in Rwanda. Running a footwear company titled Uzuri, they get to share with us a few details about the enterprise in this segment.
Uzuri ke
have a short discussion with one of the winners of the Business Excellence Awards. Joining me now is Kevin, one of the founders of Uzuri KNY company, and she's going to let me know, first of all, the background of her company. Kevin.
Thank you so much. My name is Kevin, as she said. Uzuri KNY is an African-inspired footwear brand started in 2013 with my colleague that we met at university. We really had the same passion and we discussed about it. We thought we had the same vision and our passion was diverging in the same vision, so we thought that we put our energy together and create something that could not only create jobs for us and make our dreams come true, but also for our community. So we decided, when we started, we actually we're like, oh, we're gonna do something made in Rwanda, we're going to enforce made in Rwanda something, and by then no one was talking about it. So we're very happy that this happened today, and after 5 years, oh God, we're being awarded
You're here, right?
Yes.
And what exactly inspired you?
Right, personally, I was inspired growing up by everything, my family, the nature, people around me, and also inspired by the drive of doing business, not only being a designer or being creative about something, but also wanting to change, that fire of you wanting to change something and create and come up with something that can become bigger than yourself.
What kind of challenges do you face? I'm sure as young entrepreneurs, there must be a couple of challenges you're facing in your business venture. So please let us know.
Right now, I'm so excited I can't think of any. There are so many challenges that we face. Generally speaking of other business that I've been speaking with our community of business owners, one of the main challenges are labor skills. In Rwanda, we still have a challenge, but we're working really hard to make it work. We're working right now with WDA to conduct a training that will train 100 people for the next 6 months, but we want to do more. We'll let you know about it in our newsletters or anything. And then there's access to finance, which is something people keep talking about. Since I started from having zero money to having revenue, people keep saying there's a problem in access to finance. There's still an issue, but I think that those are things that we can overcome over time.
Do you ever find yourselves, you and your counterpart, in situations whereby you get underestimated due to your age, and in situations whereby you want to work with other business people, you want to collaborate with each other, and they just tend to underestimate you?
Well, I think it happens. I think it happens a lot, to the point that we never focused on it, because if we did focus on it, and if we say, oh, we're young, it would be in front of elders, it would be an excuse. So we really tried not to focus on that.
Isolde, the second member of Uzuri company.
That's right.
Right? Please let us know how you two deal with competition. I'm sure there is a whole lot of competition in this kind of business, especially when it comes to dealing with crafts and, art. How do you deal with competition?
Well, you're very right on that. It's actually a bit of too much of a competition. There's so many, even though the second-hand shoes are still coming in, we consider that as one of the biggest competition actually, and we are very confident about what we make. And we still have a market niche. We still have a few, just a little percentage of the people that come to us looking for shoes, customizing them or buying directly or placing orders. But what we stay true to is we really try to stay true to our core value. It means that we design original designs from our heads. We both are designers, me and Kevin, and we also try to make sure that we are very original and make sure that all the little details count in our production. Another thing that I really cannot fail to talk about is the people that copy us. Actually, we have trained quite an interesting number of people about making shoes, but it's surprising that every time they go back to their businesses, they do the same thing. So we really are not afraid of this, because we believe that we are among the biggest producers of the shoes, of the shoemaking industry in this Rwanda, and we're very confident to keep up working and doing our best to really keep being the best.
If you had to give an advice to the youth, or anyone that is trying to set up something similar to what you're doing right now, what advice would you give them?
Anything your mind is capable of thinking, you can do it. No matter what. If you want to be an astronaut, you can be an astronaut. So I think that the moment our minds hasn't limited us to think further, we can do anything we think of. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Isolde.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
That was pretty good advice from Isolde. Okay, you're still watching Business Digest. Don't go anywhere. We still have more to come.
Let's have a look into the monthly statistics of external trade in goods in the month of December 2017. First off, balance of trade. The deficit in the balance of formal trade in goods was $20.58 million in December 2017, a decrease of 63.98% when compared to the previous month of November 2017. Year over year, the formal trade in goods deficit decreased by 75.38% on the deficit of December 2016. Looking into the exports, in December 2017, domestic exports values increased by 26.69% when compared to November 2017, and also by 169.84% when compared to December 2016. And on the imports, in December 2017, total imports values decreased by 10.5% when compared to November 2017 and increased by 1% when compared to December 2016. On the re-exports, in December 2017, re-exports values decreased by 1.34% when compared to November 2017 and increased by 19.72% when compared to December 2016. The mode of transportation of these goods was air and land. And let's have a short insight into the main imports partner countries in December 2017. We have Belgium, Canada, China, and Australia. And looking into the main trading partner countries in December 2017 of exports and re-exports, we have the United Arab Emirates, the United States, Switzerland, and Kenya.
And the other trading partner countries in the exports and re-exports include the Democratic Republic of Congo, Switzerland, and Singapore. Stick around as we bring you some business tips that could be essential to you. And don't forget to tune in next time. My name is Dana Iriza. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.